What's poppin'? What's poppin'? So your girl came to rant, communicate, conversate, whatever you like to call it. And today we are going to talk about when things start to feel like get out. But first, hi, hello, nice to meet you. My name is Lina. I go by Lina the Hood Therapist. I'm here to help you heal, grow, and thrive, only if you want to. It is up to you to decide if you want to heal, not just the surface level of my love, but deep down inside, in your soul and your spirit. Now, I'm going to tell you, it is not going to be easy. You might even have to fight for your fucking life. But I believe in you. I believe that you can conquer all of the challenges and the obstacles that are coming your way so you can grow and elevate, not just for yourself, but also for God. Now, back to the topic at hand. Bro, when things start to feel like get out, what I mean by that is, I don't know if you know about, or for those that know the movie Get Out, that's what I mean, right? But for those that do not know the movie Get Out, basically what happened was there was a couple. There was a girl and a guy. And I think the girl was taking the guy, which was a white woman and a black man, right? The white woman was taking the black man to meet her family. And when he gets there, like when they get there, you know, it seems chill and everything. But you also see that this so-called white family has black helpers, like a black maid and a gardener and all that stuff, right? And basically, after a while, their energy started to shift. You started to see things that was like, what the F, like what the fuck is, going on? Things started to change, and not for the better, but for the worst. And basically, they started to realize, or should I say that black guy started to realize that this was all a setup, that his girlfriend literally set him up. She wasn't really his girlfriend for real. Like, she was just basically grooming him to bring him home so they can do some type of, I don't know what, some type of spiritual work, voodoo work, whatever, on him, to where I think they can take his body. Bro, either way, you gotta go watch it, okay? I'm not 100% sure because I haven't watched it in years, right? So it's like you gotta go rewatch it or watch it again to truly get it, which I should go watch it again since it's been some years since I watched it. I watched it around the time it came out. But yeah, like I said, for those that know the movie, you know. For those that don't, go watch it. But like I was saying, when things start to feel like get out, maybe it is time for you to start moving a little bit different, right? So, y'all, let me tell y'all something, right? Me and my family had moved to this place like a year ago, 2 years ago. No, actually 3 years ago. Or was it 4? I don't fucking remember. I think I was 23. I'm 25, gonna be 26. So like 2-3 years ago, I don't fucking remember. Maybe 4. Either way, we moved here a couple years ago, right? And let me lower my voice a little bit because I am outside, right? When I first got here, or should I say when we first got here, we realized that majority of these people around us are palm colored individuals, right? Look at your palm, look at what color it is, okay. But they were palm colored individuals compared to me, right? And I guess your palm can be a different color. I don't know. I guess it all depends on who you are. But my palm is white. Anyway, like I was saying, right? It was a lot of them in this area. And from where we just came from, you know, our last home, we had a lot of different diversities. We had Jamaicans, we had blacks, we had whites, we had Hispanics. Like, we had them all. We might have even had Asian. I couldn't tell you, right? But anyway, we moved here, and when we moved here, you know, the neighbors next door, it was like two guys, right, on one side, and then there was another guy on the other side, right, and then there was a lady, like an elderly lady in the back of us, and the people in the front of us, I think, was like a white family or whatever. Basically, there was a whole bunch of palm colored people, okay, and when I came, you know, when I first met our neighbors, one of our neighbors, the neighbors that was like two brothers that lived together, they had like this porch that was up, you know, they had to walk up the stairs, and their porch was higher than our porch. So it's like their porch led to the second level to their house, and we only had one level. We only have one level in our place. And so they were looking down on us, right? It was me and my brother, and my brother was chit-chatting and talking to them and everything, and I was sitting there, and I'm just like, bro, why does it feel like these motherfuckers is looking down on us? Not just physically, but like also energetically. Like, they're looking down on us like, oh, you know, black people. I felt like they were kind of curious, not fond of us because of our skin color. At least that's how I felt. We got to interact with them, and they weren't that awful. I don't know if it's they just, you know, hi, how you doing, and go on about their way or whatever. But when I first met them, it made me feel like, damn, like, I know we somewhat don't belong here, but at the same time, it's like, how are you gonna, you know, tell me, or should I say, how are you going to say anybody belongs anywhere, right? But that's how I felt, right? So I'm just like, oh shit, like, these motherfuckers really, like, be careful, because, like, you don't know what can happen. Like I said, it's starting to feel like Get Out, bro. The movie Get Out, bro, and it's crazy. It's like, not too long ago, well, that was, you know, how we met one of our neighbors, right? And then our other neighbors, you know, they say hi, hello, or whatever. But I don't know, I don't know. I feel like you would have to be here to experience it. But anyway, the other day, I was in my car, right? Like, well, in the truck, right? And I see one of my neighbors, because I know there's a lot of stuff that's been going around, right? There's a lot of stuff that's been going around over here where we live, because we kind of live, like, not too far from the train area. So it's like, some homeless people be around and stuff like that. And not only that, we kind of got like a little store over there, a little shopping mall over there, not too far. It's barely anything. It's like a grocery store and like 2-3 food places, and then other small businesses. It's like, it wasn't a lot, right? And it's not a lot, but they usually be over there, right? And then it kind of it kind of trickles over here because, you know, some of them stand on the corner over here where we are, right? And there's a lot of shit that's been happening, you know, like break-ins, like they've been breaking into people's cars and, you know, things been going on over here. For some reason, certain cars been driving over here, driving through here, you know, like watching certain people. Like it's really been fucking weird, bro. Like it's really been like, you need to pay attention. Like it is you, if you don't pay attention, you might miss something that you need to see, right? So like I said, I was in the car at night one night, right, minding my business, and I see one of the neighbors, the one that's by himself, on the other side. He comes out in the middle of the night with, I don't know if it's with a ladder that time or if he came out in the middle of the night, and he walks out and he goes to the end of the alley and he places a camera there. And I don't know if he seen me the first time, y'all. And I know I'm talking pretty low because, like I said, I'm outside and my windows are down, and then, you know, I live next to them. But I don't know if he seen me the first time or not. But he put up a camera, right? And I seen where he put the camera up. And I'm just like, okay, you know, I'm just like, I wonder why he did that. But at the same time, I also know why he did that, because it's like the shit that's been going on, you know? And not only that, there's been shit that's been going on down the block. Like, it's been a little wild. But yeah, that happened, right? He goes in, you know, and I finished doing what I was doing, you know. And then I eventually go in the crib, and I come out the next day. That camera is not there. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like, didn't you just put a camera up? Where is it? And I was just like, maybe he took it down or something happened or whatever. So I'm just like, okay, cool, right? And then I happen to be sitting in the truck in the morning time, like just sitting in the truck doing whatever I'm doing. And I see this woman and this guy slowly walking down the alley. And I'm just like, okay, maybe they're just walking this way because, like, they live around here or something. I've never seen them before, but at the same time, they might be the neighbors at the corner because I don't really see the neighbors at the corner, so I'm not sure, right? But I see them and they look like they're in their walking gear or whatever, and they're walking, and I think they see me. They see me in, you know, like in my truck or whatever, and I think they say something, and then the woman kept walking, and the guy was walking behind her, but he slowed down a little bit, and then they walked on through, and they passed my truck, bro, and I seen the woman in the corner of my, like, out my window, my mirror. I seen the woman in the mirror walking, right? And I was just like, all right, where is the guy? And I don't see the guy. And I'm just like, and I'm not trying to turn around and shift and look for the guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be subtle because I don't know if he's watching me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he just bent down to maybe tie his shoe or whatever. I don't fucking know. So I'm just like, what the fuck is that? Like, where does he go? Like, and then like 10 seconds, 15 seconds later, there he goes. And I know he was further behind her, but at the pace they were going, at the time that I thought I was supposed to see him, I didn't see him. And instead, I seen him like 20 seconds to 30 seconds later. it's like he stopped, did something out of my view, and then went back to walking, right? Down the alley. So I'm just like, all right, cool. And remind you, I've never seen these people before. And I be outside sitting in the truck quite often. And I might not do it every once in a while in the mornings. And I mostly do it at nights. But I usually, especially when I don't work, I usually do it in the mornings too. And then I don't be seeing them. Basically, I don't be seeing them, right? And so I'm just like, okay, cool. That happened, right? And then I go on with my day, and then the night rolls around, right? I'm just like, all right, I'm sitting out here, right? My neighbor comes back out again, but this time he comes out with a ladder, and he puts the camera up, and he sees that I'm in the car, right? He sees that I'm in the car, and he's like, I don't know. Like, the fact that he seen that I was in the car, I feel like he kind of started moving a little bit differently. And so I'm just like, okay, I don't get why. I was like, I don't get why you keep coming out and putting the camera up and taking it down and putting it up. But at the same time, it's like he's probably just trying to figure it out because he is an elderly man, right? So I'm just like, okay, cool, whatever, bro. And then that night ends. The next day I come out, the camera's not there again. And then I see, because I'm in the car in the morning time again, I see that woman again, but it's just her. And she's walking down the alley, and she sees me in the car, I think, and she stops in the front of the car. Like, not in the front of, like, the exact front, no, like, she stops quite a ways in the front, like, in the alley, and she's kind of behind the pole, and she stops, and she's texting. She starts texting. She didn't even reach for her phone, before she saw me. She didn't do nothing before she saw me. She was just walking. But then she saw me, and then she stopped, and then she turned. She kind of moved to the side to where she was kind of out of my view. So I'm just like, okay. And in that moment, I'm just like, in that moment, in my head, I was just like, why is this giving, like, Get Out type of situation? Like, it's really giving that, like, you gotta be cautious with these people, because, like, especially there was a lot of, like I said, there was a lot of stuff that was going on weird around here. So I'm just like, the way I was feeling, I was like, I really don't want to fight these old white people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to fight for my fucking life with these old white people. Like, they really giving Get Out type shit. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. And then and she stood there for a good, like, minute, 2 minutes, doing whatever. And then she puts her phone back, and she walks right on past. Don't look at me, don't do nothing, just walk right on past. Bro, when it starts to feel weird around you, where you are starting to realize certain things in life, certain things are being weird, things are starting to act like get the fuck out, that means get the fuck out. And the funny thing is, this is not the first time I've gotten that feeling of get the fuck out. And for this situation, because this is like a home type of situation, of course I'm not able to just get the fuck out because I don't got the funds for that, right? But, like, it reminded me of to watch your surroundings. Things are going on, but it's always going on. But just be cautious, because you gotta be prepared. You gotta be ready. Like they say, stay ready so you don't gotta get ready. It's like stay ready just in case you gotta get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this is not the first time I've experienced some shit like this, right? Where I've experienced where I felt like I had to get the fuck out, right? I can tell y'all a time. It wasn't that big of a time. It's like a year. A year and a couple of months ago, I had a moment where I was like, get the fuck out, right? Basically what happened was I was out of town, right? I was out of town at the time he was supposed to be my man's, but I don't know what the fuck happened with that, but well, I do know what happened, but basically I was out of town with my man's, but things were getting weird, bro. Like, it was getting to the point where I was getting kind of afraid, kind of scared, bro. It was crazy. Which you would have to truly experience the whole story to really understand why. But basically, I went out of town to meet this guy, which was supposed to be my man's, and I was there, and we was like, we had our fun times. It's kind of just like, it was kind of just like in the fucking movie Get Out. We had our fun times. They had their, they had their fun times, but then things started getting weird. Things started not adding up. Things started to shift and change, and fucking things started popping up, and it got you second guessing and all that shit. It was like that, bro. And basically, it got to a point where, how I can't remember if, bro, you know how in the movie Get Out where I think that's how it went. It was a black maid or whatever, and she started to smile, and then she was just like staring at you. I think that was what that was, or was it the gardener or the guy? I can't remember, but they were just staring at you with a big ass smile, bro. Like it was forced or whatever, and it made you feel weird, or something. Like they took a picture, they took a picture of them or something, and then they like switched and they turned into this person, like, bro, like, get out of here, you need to run, you need to da-da-da, and then they switched right back or some shit. In that moment, I don't know for those that watched it or not, but in that moment, you know how if you experience something like that where you like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, I didn't experience that specifically, but I experienced where I was literally standing in the bedroom, and he was standing in the fucking kitchen, and it was a straight shot. The kitchen was like a straight shot to the bedroom, like the hallway. It wasn't, he had an apartment. It wasn't a big apartment. It was a small apartment. It was a decent sized apartment for one person, right? But he was standing there, and he was drunk like a skunk, like, and I think it's because, first off, he's an alcoholic, for one. Well, he was, I don't know if he still is, but when I was there, he was an alcoholic, and way more than what I knew. And I found out way more when I got there, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, he was an alcoholic, for one. And for two, I think also he drank more than usual that night, or I don't know if that's normal or what. But I was leaving the next day, and it wasn't just, I'm leaving and then I'll talk to you later. No. It was, I'm leaving and I'm done. Like, I'm leaving and I'm done. Like, once I leave, me and you are done. Like, it's over. And I guess, I don't know if he processed it after a while, and that's why he got super drunk that night. And I guess he's he started to feel a little froggy, you know, because I might look like this soft individual, this soft, delicate, person, but I'm really hardcore. And sometimes people forget that because of how nice and sweet I am. And like I said, it got to a point where I was in his room looking down the hallway at him. And the hallway light was off, but the kitchen light was on and the bedroom light was on. And all you seen was that 6'2" man, which for those that do not know, I am 5'2". So a whole man that is a foot taller than me down the hallway, and he's not a small nigga, down the hallway, staring at me like he's finna fucking bum rush the shit out of me. And not only that, I have a chair right there between me and him, and I have my phone with 911 on that motherfucker. No, I was not talking to 911. No, I did not call 911, but I had it set and ready. Because I'm not gonna play this. I came here for something different. I didn't come here to die. I didn't come here to fight for my fucking life. I didn't come here to be used. Like, I didn't come here for that. I came here for love. I came for appreciation. I came here because I thought you were something different. But when I came in person, it was a whole switch up. You couldn't hold the mask that you were holding for too long. And it slipped real bad. And you were not what I was thinking. Get out for real. Get the fuck out. Run for your fucking life. Or get your life taken. That's how it felt. Bro, that's how it felt. And I'm gonna tell you, I ignored the signs. Because I genuinely cared for this man. Genuinely cared for him. And it almost cost me my life. So when it's getting to the point where you are starting to feel like, oh shit, it's the movie, get the fuck out. 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 Shit, don't get out. Fuck it. Fuck it, don't get out. Stay. Stay and see what happens. Stay and see what happens, my love. Do you? But I can tell you from experience, if I would have stayed, I probably wouldn't have been alive. And if I was alive, I probably would have been down the drain with the devil on my side, laughing at me, and God just trying to figure out what the fuck happened. And I thought you were strong in this, that, and the third. But, yeah. If it's starting to feel like get the fuck out. If I was you, I would get the fuck out. And try not to get back into something that is toxic, you know? Of course, it's easier said than done, but you got it. Don't let this shit take you, bro. Don't let them turn you into a zombie, a robot, just corpses. Just like the movie Get Out, bro. They were stuck. And I'm pretty sure they seen everything that was going on around them, but they couldn't do nothing because the other soul was in their body. For those that did not watch the movie Get Out, they were taking black people to use them to put their souls in their bodies. The white people wanted to put their souls in the black people's bodies. Why black people? I don't fucking know. Maybe because they wanted to be black, or it was easier to do it for the black people compared to the white people, or I don't fucking know the true information behind the story of get out. But I do know I learned a lot about certain things, especially on that spiritual aspect. Get out really shows you what be going on in certain homes, certain families, certain places. So, if I was you, if you get the telltale signs of something don't feel right, why they acting like that, why they moving like that, why they tweaking like that, wait a minute, that's not right, wait a minute, this is not okay, get the fuck out, wait a minute, I'm starting to not feel safe. I'm starting to feel uncomfortable. I'm starting to feel weird. I'm starting to feel like I need to run for my motherfucking life. Like my motherfucking survival instincts are telling me to run for your fucking life. Bro. Don't get me wrong. When I had got that moment of get the fuck out, especially back in the past, I stood strong, because bitch, who the fuck are you going to push the fuck out like that? You're crazy as hell. Remember, I might look delicate, but I'm not. Because you're not finna push me around. You're not finna try and use me and abuse me and mistreat me and take my fucking soul. You're not. At the end of the day, I walk with God. Been walking with God. So, you can't take me. You'll never take me. You can stop trying. Because at the end of the day, you're just wasting your time. But hey, if you want to keep trying, go ahead. Because you're giving me all my power. All of my energy. All of my strength. Keep doing it if you want to, my love. Baby, when I say I eat that shit up for breakfast, I mean it. Ha! 10:10 on the motherfucking clock. Fuck is you talking about? Anyway. That's all I gotta say, y'all. I'm gonna go finish doing me, focusing on me like always, and watch some movies or something. And I got a coloring book. I don't know if y'all seen that last live I had, but I got a coloring book. I'm finna go color that bitch. But that's about it, y'all. I hope y'all had a blessed day today. And if you didn't, I hope you have a blessed day tomorrow. Keep going. Keep thriving. Keep doing you. Keep surviving. Don't give up. Don't stop. And if you get the feeling to get the fuck out, get the fuck out. Peace out, y'all.